Hello, Tula here, and today I'm not really unboxing, unpacking this little gift set that I have that I'll be offering for sale very soon. Inside it are 4 cards for coloring and some envelopes, and you will see me creating these flowers and these designs as the video goes on, but I think the packaging is really sweet, so I wanted to show it to you. Okay, this is it. I love the natural thread. I added a little tag to each package, and I hope to have them for sale soon in my Etsy shop. They're not there yet, and you can see the cards through the delicate paper. I'm not sure what it's called in English. We call it silk paper. Everything you see here is made by me, so I created the designs, I cut the paper to size, I wrapped and tied and glued and did everything here, so it's all handmade and not everything is very perfect. This is the design on the envelope, and this is picking in the corner is one of the cards. Each one has a different design on it. I'll show you soon. I created the flowers and the leaves and the branches separately, and I made the layouts digitally. On the envelopes is the same design on all envelopes, and they don't match because the paper I'm using is art paper that I personally like using. So we have 4 cards, and it was a joy to, every step of this process was a joy. Okay, this is the thank you so much for choosing a Tula Creative Original Design. I create these coloring pages just like the designs that I create for my own work. Coloring cards, mini art. These cards can be framed or sent as they are, or you can color them with any medium you enjoy. You can also leave them for the recipient to color. They can be framed in 5 by 7 inch frames. High quality paper. For printing I use paper I personally enjoy working on. Thick, acid-free, high quality art paper that is designed specifically for drawing and painting. This one is printed on Clairefontaine Paint On Smooth, 250 grams. Waterproof. The designs are waterproof, printed using pigment inks. You can use watercolors, ink, gouache, pencils, markers, etc. Hand drawn. The lines you see are the lines I have drawn by hand. I have edited the layout digitally to create the various designs. Test page. This certificate is printed on the same paper as your cards, so you can test your paints and coloring media on it. I sincerely hope you enjoy working on these cards and feel that they are your creation as much as mine. All the best, Tula. The other side is empty. These are also empty on the back. Now I'll show you the initial stages of how I made these cards. So I just freehanded the flowers. I started just by placing one line next to the other, and they look pretty much like almond blossom. So I think of them as almond or apple blossom, but they're not, the imaginary flowers really. And it was they were a joy to make. The nib I'm using is the Brause Rose that I got recently, and if you're getting one nib only, this is the one I would recommend. It's very elastic and flexible, but it's not scratchy at all. It's just a joy to use. So as I'm drawing these flowers, I'll tell you that I created each flower separately, and each leaf and branch. I made some branches as well, and I decided to assemble them digitally so that I can use them for different designs. And when editing them, I didn't vectorize them. I didn't change the lines I created. I just cleaned them up a tiny bit from the background and some I don't know, hairs, and I left them as close to what I've drawn as possible. When I'm making them, I'm trying to think of the flow, the shape of each leaf, and where I should place some marks to indicate the flow of the petal. I do this a lot. I just air painting, air drawing, trying to imagine where a petal should go, or a certain shape. I was quite tentative with this one because it was the first. I made 13 flowers, including 3 buds. I think I have 11 leaves and 6 branches. So I made myself a lot of variety. On this petal I made this little, like a thumb, you see that, and it doesn't bother, but I didn't really know what to do with it, so I'm trying to solve that now. How it curls, why, how can I make it look more natural? But when you look at the overall designs, you don't notice that. What else shall I tell you? Oh yeah, so when I initially made these flowers, it was before meeting my girlfriends for the weekend, and I really wanted to give these cards to them as gifts. You can view these as cards or as mini art because they're frameable and they're on very high quality paper, and they are made with, as you read, with pigment inks, so they're very durable. They should last for years and years and years. The quality is really of the utmost importance to me. I'm always going for quality as much as I can in what I do, in what I buy. So I made them for my girlfriends, and initially I made the cards a little larger, but then I thought it would be better if I can make them in a size that is convenient for framing, so you don't have to go and buy special frames. You can use ones that are available everywhere. And I'm working now on another design that will have coloring designs that are 6 by 6 inches, which is also a popular frame size of mini art. These will be available hopefully really soon in my Etsy shop and in the shop I work in. And in the shop I work in, I'm already selling some mandala coloring designs, also on drawing and painting paper that I enjoy working on, and they are A4 and A3 sizes, so frameable as well. And I'll be showing you these whenever I can color and show them to you. I think some of them are really, really beautiful. I wouldn't be selling them if I didn't think so. If you think I'm sounding funny today, that's because I have a new microphone. I got a little condenser mic, not a very expensive one to start with, so that hopefully you will hear less background noises and better quality audio. I think I sound a little funny now, but we'll probably get used to it. I also got an electricity cable for the camera, so I'm not limited to battery life anymore, which is very liberating. Although my camera tends to stop recording after 12 minutes, and this hasn't been solved with the new cable. I love these little, I think they're called contour lines that indicate the flow of the shape, and this is something that I've been working very hard on to get better at, because I really adore this kind of illustrations and I really want to make them myself, which I am. Okay, I'm going on to another flower now. I haven't put in the recording, in the final video, each and every flower and leaf, of course, just showing you a few. This is a little bud, and I'm really trying. I noticed initially that I got the same thickness of lines, and I really tried to vary my strokes so they wouldn't all be the same. And I'm always impressed when I look at it. I see a lot of imperfections, but the overall shape hides the imperfections. I like that. I'm thinking of what else I should tell you as we have time. I have gone through some major decisions for me in the past month or so. I was thinking of leaving the art shop I'm working in, because I've been a freelancer for 12 years, having my own business, not being very successful at it, unfortunately. I'm good at what I do, but I'm not good at the business side of it, of managing myself, of asking for enough money, and it was too much for me. So going to the shop to work was needed because I needed the money, but my personal business, Tula Creative, is really suffering because of this lack of time. I've been struggling for almost 8 months now, I think. It is 8 months, and not managing to be overly productive in the morning hours before I go to work, because the looming deadline is really affecting me. Like, what's the point of starting if I only have an hour? And I know an hour is a long time. It's the knowing that I have this deadline, I think, that is inhibiting my creativity, my creation, not my creativity. I have tons of ideas and beginnings and unfinished projects. God, it's terrible. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I've talked to my boss, and we've decided that I'll have Sundays off, because in Israel our weekend is Friday and Saturday. So I'm working some Fridays as I used to, but I'll have Sunday off, and I really hope that I'll be able to get more personal projects done, or my own my business projects done on these long weekends. But I'll be working more hours every day, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to get a cell phone soon. I've been without a mobile phone for 4 years now, and I really like it, to be honest. I don't miss it in my life, but when I was abroad I got lost and nobody would give me a phone call. It's a long story. It was terrible. I was lost for 7.5 hours, and I won't tell you all the details, but I think I'll get a phone. And what this means for you is that maybe I'll be able to do more photographing and more video recordings, and I'm seriously thinking of opening an Instagram account where I can share photos of my process and of finished works. Okay, here you can get a glimpse of all the different flowers. As you can see, initially I started with different ones, but then I moved to the little blossom flowers, the almond or apple flowers, and I intentionally made them from different angles. So this one's, and look at me picking a little hair, a little dust hair. I didn't see it. It's incredible how different things look when zoomed in the camera. Okay, and now I'm much more practiced in the style of these flowers, so you can see that it's going much more quickly. This was filmed during the Mondial at the end of June. I went to record in the halftime and I went on and I missed most of the game. I love the Mondial, the World Cup, Football World Cup. It was a big time investment, because usually when I watch TV I have my coloring things or my drawing stuff, and I'm drawing and painting as I listen to the TV. It's more of a podcast sort of thing for me. But football you have to watch, you have to pay full attention to it, and I couldn't do anything else, and it took a lot of my time, but it's finished now. And congratulations to France, and I'm sorry Croatia, you were great. So I was filming during one of the matches, and I went on in the morning. I got up before 6 a.m. and thank God you can't hear me because I was all groggy before my coffee. But I was so driven and I really wanted to. I was enjoying myself a lot. I think they came out very nice, these flowers. Yeah, I'm planning where to put the next petal. I was working on my lap, and that's why the paper is not very stable. I apologize if it's too much. I actually really like this flower. It only has these 3 petals. Like some of them are gone, they maybe fell off, or maybe they're hidden. Okay, so this is the next day. It's morning time, very very early. A lot of bird chirping in the background, but me sounding like this. And now I'm on to some leaves. Oh, this nib is wonderful, really wonderful. So what I noticed is that if I make just these few general guidelines, it's easier for me to fill in the details of the movement. So I look for like keyframes, key points that I can see movement in, and I mark those, and then I can add the details in between these key marks. You can see a lot of imperfections in them, but I think when you look at the designs, you don't notice that. It just looks handmade, which it is. So here I'm looking, oh no, not yet. Now I'll be looking for the key marks that I can see, where I can see a curve, I can imagine a curve in the leaf, yeah, and I mark it, and then it shows me the direction of where the leaf is curling or not. by the way, if you're into ink drawings, I strongly recommend looking at Alfonso Dunn. Alfonso with a PH, Dunn, D-U-N-N. He has a wonderful YouTube channel, and as appreciation for all the information and all that I have learned from him, I bought his book a long time ago, and I've been looking at it lately, and it's really full of wonderful information. And I think there is, while I work while looking at the videos, I think there's a lot of benefit to having the book. So go and buy Alfonso Dunn's book. It's wonderful. Very talented man, and a good instructor as well. So I created some branches, and actually making branches is a lot of fun because you can be very free with your markings. Wherever you place them, it works pretty much. It's very liberating. And I think we're getting close to the end of the video. So I will thank you for watching and for being with me here, and for being patient with my terrible schedule. I'm still struggling with it. I'm not giving up. I'll find a solution, and I would love to get to the point of recording and publishing a video every week. Well, we'll see about that. And if you like these designs, I would love if you could buy them, of course, and come in color with me in the next videos. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful week. I love you. Bye bye.